Amigo! All you bounty hunters in the solar system, how y'all doing? Once again, it's time for Big Shot. But really, this is Dan Plays FTL. I'm Dan, this is FTL, and we got the Bebop going right here. We got Spike, Jet, Faye, and Mullet. Don't you remember Mullet on the ship? He was like, a dog. Yeah. No, Mullet would be a better character than Ed, though. I don't like Ed. Alright, nearby pirate, hack my engines, barely operational. Wow, that's a lot of weapon energy that I lost. So I guess I'll just put it into first aid for no real reason, because I can, I guess, I don't know. Let's just try and knock down this shield, because it's pretty strong. And of course they have level 3 shields. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 shots, so I guess if some of them hit, we're fine. Unfortunately, like, having my engines down to where they are now is kind of a bummer, because having high dodge right now would be beautiful. So once both of my lasers are charged, we're gonna try and... Yeah, okay, so we took out their missile launcher, but they took out my life support. I guess I'll have them both fix it. It doesn't really matter. Although, it would be nice to have faster charging weapons, but all they have is ions right now, so I don't really have to worry too much. Alright, so we're kind of keeping their shields paralyzed. Let's get Jet back over to weapons, Mullet back over to shields, and let's keep hitting them. I'm not going to be comfortable until that ion thing is down. I don't know if they have NGs on their ship or something, but it's not going down. It doesn't want to go down. But once everything's... We're still doing damage to them. Slowly but surely. I mean, it's pretty painful when we only do 1 damage a tick. But I think we're keeping those missiles offline. But we're going to try and lower their shields a little bit, but that was disastrous. Hopefully their missiles don't come online before we get a chance to try again at hitting their weapons. Having them dodge so much is kind of a pain in the butt. They've only got 3 HP left, although I can only do a maximum of 2 damage per volley. So let's get that volley going. With just 1 more weapon investment, actually, I should be able to launch Artemis missiles at the same time. So that's going to be what my next powers go into. Alright, they're dead. I like when they hit all in unison like that, like ba 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 ba. 1 fuel, 23 scrap. Let's upgrade those weapons, pull in a little bit more power, and as soon as my shields come back up, let's keep moving. We're in what, NG space? Accept their bribe. 2 missiles, 1 drone part, 22 scrap. Try and be a hero. Attack the pirate. Let's attack the pirate. Let's power those down. Look at me. Look at how much weapon power I have. I have 3 weapons that I'm firing simultaneously. It's pretty sweet. Although that missile launcher is going to make me regret bothering with this, along with their little stupid ion thing, which happens to have gone right at the perfect time. I've mostly taken down their Zoltan shield, but not completely. Should be down now. Cool. And I got the hits that I wanted out of that. Let's get him into here. My repair guy is dead now, so just use the NG to help out. I screwed up that simultaneous volley, but whatever. Wow, that thing shoots like 1,000,000 shots. Alright, cool. 4 missiles, 1 drone party you can scrap, rejected. Although they still have the super freaky powerful thing. So, that sucks. And I miss every shot. So they're gonna shoot like 5 shots at me. I'm actually taking some hits. That's what they decide to do when their power... Okay. 41 scrap. Too late. Hull breach. Deprive the crew of oxygen. We got 32 scrap, though. So, sorry, guys. Sucks for you, but not gonna lie, it's pretty good for me. So, next little section. I guess I should search the ship. A few asteroids. Damage my engines. We have to pull out. Damn it. I need to find a store because I need to repair some. And actually, I'm starting to get kind of low on fuel now. Explore the asteroid field, 1 drone part, 32 scrap. See, that would have been a good time for me to say, you know what, I'm kind of damaged. I'm going to go here, then I'm going to go to this dress. Maybe I should go to the store first, but I'm not going to. Alright, this next zone, explain that you're friendly. NG ship is in the vicinity, so you arm to the teeth. Subject goal, wealth, NG motivation, survival, transfer of goods acceptable. Explain that you're friendly. They're satisfied, beneficial, subject goal, long journey, remain compatible with transfer of goods, gear, 1 fuel, 1 drone part, 47 scrap. That's pretty darn good. We should look at upgrading my ship before I go down there, because you never know what we're going to see. Let's get some more shields. I'm feeling a little bit vulnerable. So we're going to go down there, go up there, and go to the store. Shouldn't have spent all that right before I go to the store, but hopefully we'll get some scrap. Tried to dislodge the ship by shooting at the rocks. 1 fuel, 1 missile, 38 scrap. Cool. They survived. Oftentimes when I get that scenario, the ship dies. So that was pretty nice. Secure the cache. 33 scrap. Anti-ship drone Mark 1. Keep going. And here we are at the store. We can buy crew if they have them there. No, they only have weapons. And my weapon bay is full at the moment. I have an extra firebomb, don't need. Anti-ship drone, don't need. System repair drone, don't need. We're up to 150. Let's think about what we can get. We can get bigger missiles. We can get ion blast, which would be kind of nice. That'll burst through the shields, and they fire pretty fast, 8 seconds. Or we can get a crew teleporter. Let's fix everything, buy an ion blast, buy some fuel, get out of here. Alright, so let's get my equipment rejiggered. These guys only take 1 power too, so they're pretty sweet. The fire bombs are not going to get used. That's what's going to get sacrificed. I may as well sell it because I can't swap it on the fly, so let's sell it. I'll keep the defense drone in case I ever do buy a drone control, because they're nice to block those missiles near the end. And you know what? Maybe I should sell it. No, because these guys use too much power. 2 power there, 3 power there. Alright, so now I have a pretty good weapon loadout. We'll see. Maybe I'm getting a little too braggy. But we're in a decent sitch. That's short for situation. Trade 1 drone part for 6 fuel. I like it. Don't like drones. I do like fuel. Let's hit here, hit the store, hit the exit. Hit the store, hit the door. We got 16 scrap and a small bomb, which is pretty cool, because we can sell that small bomb, or we can keep it, but I'm going to sell it. Your scrap R's are weapons for you. You're about to raise the shields when you realize you're just an NG trader. Looking, scrap recovery arms are pretty solid. Alright, small bomb, 13-second charge. It's too slow. It does 2 personnel damage and 2 system damage. This does 2 damage per shot. It's good if I were more interested in taking out crew, but I'm not. So I'm going to sell that for 27 scrap. Let's get the scrap recovery arm. It'll help me get more scrap later. Buy some fuel. Buy some missiles, and let's get out of here. Okay, beacon, 6 fuel for scrap. Don't really need fuel, but let's buy a fuel for scrap. Get up to 20, even 20. Next sector, slug-controlled nebula. Let's do it. Maybe we'll get a slug ship. Maybe. I don't actually know what the process is. Well, I could pause, but whatever. I'll record my normal goings on. So let's just start hitting up locations. Okay, nothing is here. How much for another weapon? 75. That's going to be my next investment. More weapons. More. I want to be able to shoot missiles too. Too dense for the slugs to do anything. Okay, Slug Ship, we detected some worrying radiation coming from your medical unit. Perhaps you should take a look. As he signs off, medbay shuts off, and the crew teleports aboard. They don't look like engineers. That's really funny. Unfortunately, that also means that we're dealing with, no, you go back over there. Wait, what? Where are they? Oh, they're my weapons. They just ran straight to weapons. Let's get everybody into weapons. Can't charge up weapons while or can't. Okay, so now my weapons are charging up. They've got some pretty solid weapons. Let's try and time these as best we can. Alright, we got a lot of shots coming, but we were able to block most of them. Alright, got the ion blast off. Alright, cool. Phase about to go down, so is Jet. Oh, I don't have medbay. Shit. I just totally compromised my ability to dodge. They are now both dead. Alright, thank you, Spike. That helped. Let's get everybody back to their systems. Mullet was the guy who was fighting my weakest fighter. Alright, cool. We hit their weapons with decent strength. Let's just keep ioning them. But don't miss. Please. Alright, as soon as that fires again... their dodge went up to ridiculous levels because they were cloaking. Fortunately, we're not really taking much in the way of hits, just because of the way that our dodge is working out. Unfortunately, their dodge is going pretty well for them, too. We should actually try and hit their cloaks or something like that, or maybe their shields. Take them down a notch. Oh, we can't do that now. So let's just keep this up, keep holding on. They're juggling some power to try and fire some weapons at me. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. Their cloaks appear to be level 1 or something, I don't know. It's damaged. Once this next ion blast shot goes off, we're going to shoot our next volley. Try and take out... We totally missed everything. And of course our weapons are now blocked again. This is a real pain in the butt fighting cloak guys, isn't it? Alright, we're getting experience though, so that's pretty sweet. After this next ion blast goes off... Alright, cool. We actually did some damage to their shields. We should probably try and hit their weapons just in case they get a luckily timed thing where they're shooting everything all at the same time. Of course they cloak. Yeah, see, that could have potentially pierced if I wasn't lucky on the dodges. Is that really how that decided to hit? Really? Ion blasts travel really slowly. Alright, cool. We are taking down their big, scary, whatever it's called, beam thing. I wish I could charge while this was going on. It's such a pain in the butt. Alright, that's going off now. Hits. Alright, maybe I should hit their engines and try and lower their dodge. That's what I'm going to do. So, let's... Alright, cool. But it killed them too, so... That was a pretty intense fight. 2 missiles, 1 drone part, 53 scrap. Let's get medbay turned on because a lot of people took a lot of damage. Can speed it up a little bit by moving people into medbay. Excuse me, sorry about that, guys. Alright, everybody is going to be healed up in a second. Healed up. Faye is healed up. Jet is healed up. Just leave that on. Buy some more power. So now we can have that on. Oh yeah, I was supposed to upgrade my weapons. Oh well. Next time on Dan Plays. Dan forgets to upgrade his weapons. 2 slug ships in communication range. They don't see you. Tap their comm frequency. You overhear their conversation, learn they're planning to raid an infamous and likely wealthy pirate ship in the area. The pair jump off and you note their target coordinates. Alright, so now we have a quest. Oh, it's in the next sector, so that's pretty cool. That was a neat little thing. Event. Looks like everybody's healed up. Slugs are... Use a tactic you never see to sabotage your oxygen and charge fire weapons. You're going to suffocate. I need to jump away. There's no way that I get this kill off fast enough. This is like a very similar situation to the one that we had before. Only this time they've got way better weapons. Or maybe I can. maybe I'm getting cocky. We'll look at how my oxygen levels are going, and then we'll hit them accordingly. Ah, those cloaks. The cloaks are a real time stopper, so if the oxygen drops too low, then we'll get the hell out of here right away. Alright, so let's hit that next. That's an oxygen. My oxygen is on fire now. Shit. No, not you. Let's get you two to here. We need to fix that. I still have decent oxygen. Not as high as I would like, but... down to 23% oxygen. Come on, come on, come on. Just hit them hard, hit them fast, guys. Alright, down to just the last little bit. Damn it. Oh god. Get them out of there. Power to medbay. Oxygen is down to 5%. Oh, if they can survive long enough. Shit. There's no oxygen on the ship now. Let's, hit there, hit there, hit there. Come on. I'm not giving up this easy. Alright. We win the battle, but we lost. We lost the guy. 3 fuel, 1 drone part, 37 scrap. Oh, that was really dumb. Oh god. Health is dropping really fast. Okay, finally all the oxygen. Oh, Jesus. Oh. I lost Jet. I lost my weapons guy. That's a real bad hit to take. This is like... every time that I lose somebody to oxygen, I think David's gonna laugh, and David's gonna be like, Dan, you idiot. And you're right, David, I am an idiot. That was really dumb. That should not have happened. I should have jumped away. I shouldn't have tempted fate. Because fate always wins. The Slug Sector it's always trouble. Black market weapons trader. I don't really need weapons. Looks kind of strong, and it looks like it's Mantis. Let's attack it. Alright, they don't have a teleporter, which is pretty good. We're gonna auto-fire the ion blast so that goes and just fires fast. I think I just have to pay more attention to it, and I should be fine. And as soon as these other two are ready, they're gonna fire. Alright, cool. So we did enough damage. What was I? Oh, I had them hitting their shields, which is not what I wanted them to do. But I guess their weapons can't really hurt me. Alright, so one of their weapons is down. As soon as my other two weapons are up, I guess I'll hit their shields again. Why not? 8 missiles, 2 drone part, 24 scrap. Nah, we'll probably get less missiles, but we'll be fine. It's kind of funny. Like, I have to turn on my burst lasers and turn them off so that they don't keep firing out of sync. I like them shooting at the same time. So they're dead. 1 fuel, 2 missiles, 31 scrap. I wanted more scrap, so now we can fire the Artemis missile 2. I'm almost tempted to put more into oxygen just because, like, that was miserable. Fighting that Mantis, though, reminded me that I need to pay attention because we could have Mantis guys start showing up, so I should have better doors. I haven't been there, so let's just keep goofing around this area. Can I get to anywhere neat? No. Alright, that's a visitor. Let's go. 4 weapons, guys. It's pretty sweet. Slug transport with a military escort ship. We have been waiting for a customer for ages. Care to see our wares? Asked to see the goods. Need to explain some ground rules. These are dangerous times, yes? No trades, no coupons or refunds. Purchases are final. Understand? Forget this. Fine. Not everyone appreciates good deals. I'm wary of slugs talking for a long time. it usually means they're going to attack you and sabotage the system while you're like waiting. Disables door system charges, fire weapons are going to burn you out. Everything about these guys is just like do something weird to you. Alright, so they have missiles, so I'm going to try and make sure that I hit those as fast as I can. And Ion Blast is going to kind of hold down their shields, but missing. Alright, cool, we knocked down that nice huge missile launcher, but they still shot off a bomb. Let's get some people in there to help out with this fire. Yeah, because they still have that bomb launcher. 32 health. Let's put some power into medbay so we can repair a little bit. Shit. Faye, run. Run. Okay. Come on, guys. Would you take out these weapons? I guess nothing's firing synchronized, but still, like... Let's see if they try that again. Alright. That time it's in shields, which is still dangerous. But my guys aren't really healed up yet. So let's get them over to medbay, heal up, and then we'll go and try and heal shields. Let's speed this all up a touch. Alright. They look about healed. Let's try and put out this fire. God damn. This is brutal. These slug fights are pretty dangerous. And of course I take hull damage from that. Alright, I need to synchronize my burst laser a little bit more. Alright. That's done. That was a pain. 3 fuel, 1 drone part, 43 scrap. Let's close these doors. I forgot that these were all open. Let's get Faye back on engines. And leave Mullet to keep getting repair experience. Put him back on weapons. Everybody is mostly healed up. Let's check out what's going on in these stores. Okay, Ion Blasts, it's pretty good, but requires a lot of power. Heal up, because we took just so much damage there. That's, whew. I'm tempting fate by joking like that, for sure. Let's get out of here. Let's check out the other store. Automated reloader, pre-igniter. Oh, but I don't have anywhere near enough for that. Don't really have enough for anything else, really. Let's get some more fuel. Should probably buy some weapons, actually. Some missiles, since I'm using them a lot now. And we need to start jumping down. Alright, this good to go. This is another unvisited location, so let's go here, see if we can get something neat. Rocks has a small moon. Scans revealed solid looking rock is just a husk mined out. Great. Useful. Let's get out of here. Hate slug space. Readjust my power. Alright, next sector. Zoltan or pirates? Let's go to the Zoltan. We can fight pirates later. Alright. We're still in Nebula. Oh yeah, we gotta fight that pirate. Let's go fight it. Okay, here we go. We catch up with the 2 slug ships, and they're already carrying on their raid. One is in close combat with a pirate. The other seems to be headed for a small space cache the pirate was protecting. So, suddenly the first ship bursts into flames. An urgent call arrives from the remaining slugs. We suggest you distract the pirate while we retrieve the valuables. It's 50-50 split. Let me tell you something about slugs. You can't trust them. So I'm gonna fight the one going for the... I don't know what to do. They're totally going to steal the stuff. I'm going to fight the pirate. Let's see what we get here. There's money to be made here. The slugs know that. You turn on the pirates and intercept just before you can reach the cache. Alright. Oh, did I go for the cache? No, I got... okay, hold on. So I'm gonna auto-target that. Auto-target that. And then I'll fire the other two as it becomes ready and necessary. Alright, so they got ion weapons of their own, so they're gonna be making my day miserable. And, oh, they have a real fast-firing one. Alright. Looks like they're hitting everything pretty quickly with those ion blasts. But I should be firing my own ion blast pretty hard and fast. Alright, and I think I've knocked out most of their weapons. Yeah, so now it's just down to the ion blast and my burst lasers to deal some damage. Alright, well, the pirate looks ready to break apart. You know, the slug ship has secured the loot and is preparing to jump away. Let the pirate escape and go after the slugs, or continue fighting the pirate. I'm gonna go after the slugs. The pirate's too badly damaged to pursue you. You catch the slugmen before they jump. Ah, of course. We would never leave without providing the agreed upon spoils. Decent chunk of the profits set off. 60 scrap. Whew. I thought they were going to do me dirty. And they almost did, but I held them off. So, I need to upgrade my shields, and I should probably upgrade my dodge. I can't upgrade my shields right now, though, because I need 80, so I'm going to just keep saving. And, wow, those guys almost did me real raw. Let's go along this top path. I wish I could. I wish I would have gone along the bottom a little bit, because then I would have been able to hit the nebulas. But weaponry, blah blah blah. We don't have time for this. All right. Oh god. All right. So this is a pretty big group of things hitting me right now. I'm gonna have the ions hit that. Have the missiles hit that. And I'm going to try and take out their drones with my my main weapons. But they still have that Zoltan ship up, shield, although the asteroids are chipping away at it nicely, doing me a favor. So now, I guess, actually, it's all down. So, looks like they're still trying to hit me pretty hard. But I think I've taken out most of their dangerous weapons. Yeah, all of their weapons now. So let's... Oh, wait, one of their weapons is recovered. Thankfully, their drone control is down, so they can't bother me with that. And they're dead. This being really super equipped is pretty nice. 2 missiles, 1 drone part, 42 scrap. And let's get the hell out of here. Alright, participate in their study. Pirates, we're being held hostage. Same as before. Oh, great. Oh, that's a lot of them. That is a lot of them. Fighting. Shit. It's only 3 of me, and that's a lot of them. We need to bunch up over here, because I'm going to take a lot of damage. Alright, I got my blast doors, so let's try and deal some damage to them while this is going on. And let's have this hitting that. Let's get some power into my med bay so that I can stay fighting a little bit longer. So that hitting that hitting that, and these guys also hitting that until I've confirmed that that's down. Alright, so, whoops, I forgot to open this door, so let's just close all the doors in case they start taking out my doors. Alright, just gotta hope that my med bay upgrades are gonna be enough to... Alright, so most of their weapons are down. Faye's taking a beating. She's gonna run, because she was the one who was fighting the Mantis Man. I might have to cycle these guys out a little bit. Mullet, obviously taking a beating because he's not supposed to fight, and he's going to take a beating if I leave him by himself. So let's heal everybody up, and then we'll... Alright, one of my weapons is down. Let's move back into there. I need to keep my other weapon from going down. 2 of my weapons are down, actually, which means I need to time these together. Luckily, my med bay's still up, so... Let's get Mullet out of there. He shouldn't even be fighting. Alright, cool. We knocked all their weapons down. Let's get Mullet back into the fray. Let's move Faye out. Now it's just fighting a Zoltan guy, which is a joke, really. Alright, let's get Spike up to command. Mullet belongs on weapons, and he's a fast healer. Let's get her over to there. Not enough power to turn back on my ions. My ions are back on. We're back on auto fire mode. Though I shouldn't need it, because this should be the end. of these guys. Nice work, everybody. 3 fuel, 2 missiles, 44 scrap. Thank you for rescuing this hell's hostage. We got 2 fuel, 1 drone part, 26 scrap, and a whole repair drone. What does that do? Huh. That's pretty cool. I've never seen that before. We have a lot of scrap right now, so we're going to finish off my shield upgrades. And that's it for now. And we're going to upgrade my reactor so that I can put more power into the engines. So let's hit up a couple more of these places before we go to that store. Zoltan Ship, off limits. Secrecy is vital. They power their weapons. They are not messing around in this sector at all. We need to take that. See, this time we don't have the asteroids to help me out. Lucky for me, I've got this level 4 shield now, but they're going to be hitting hard and fast. So let's keep my shields up and keep my dodge as high as I can. So I'm going to do that. Dave is going to laugh at me when I inevitably suffocate everybody, but trust me, it's the right move. It's probably not that dangerous now, especially with my my ion weapons. So this fight is pretty much on autopilot now. We don't really have to worry. Even when that other drone comes up, if they heal it, I'm not really that worried about it. Yeah, this should be pretty easy. Oh, that's right, my oxygen is down. I was like, why is everything turning pink? Cool. Mullet leveled up, so now my weapon should charge a little bit faster. Their shields are down, so I'm not going to worry about that so much, but they're dead anyway. It doesn't matter. 2 missiles, 1 drone part, 55 scrap. That's pretty good. We can get some more power that way. Excuse me, I was supposed to save that for the store, I realized, but I forgot. So let's hope we get something good in this event. Alright, threat and engages, cloaks, and of course he's got missile launchers and stuff. So this is going to be a problem. We're definitely going to take some damage. So let's see what we do. 96 health, 95 health, 96 health. Let's power that down, power that up. Let's get that health all the way back up. And once everybody's healed... Alright, here we go. I'm going to have the ions hit their cloaks. Everything else is going to just aim for their weapons, although it looks like they kind of missed their one chance to get a really good hit off on me. Although they shot another missile and missed. But this is pretty safe now at this point. Screwed that up. Desynced my my burst laser with everything else. But once the ion blast launches, then I will start launching my burst lasers. This is a really long cloak. Wow. Really not fair, game. Alright, I should probably hit their engines. And definitely make sure that their weapons stay down, so let's Alright, that was... Forgot about auto fire there. Fucking cloak. I'm gonna hit their cloak. That's what I'm gonna do. This is annoying. As soon as I get power again, or the ability to fire again. This can't be fun for the viewers either. Oh, let's watch the cloaked rebels. I mean, we know they're there. We know they're still there. You're not fooling anybody. So, I think their cloaks are down. I can concentrate on their weapons or something. Maybe I should hit their engines so that my stuff stops missing. But I missed every shot that would have been a kill shot, so that's fun. Their ions are up, but that's the only weapon that they can manage at the moment. Alright. Cool, now we got their engines just in time to watch them explode. 1 fuel, 1 missile, 42 scrap. That's good. That'll help me buy something if I need to at the store. Let's go to the store, go to the system next to it, go to the next store. Alright, store. Rockman, human. We could use another crewmate. Let's take him. Rockman, welcome to the ship. Your name is Mafan. You're gonna be my new shield man. No, that's not what I meant to do. Mafan, mullet, Faye, Spike. Spike Spiegel, Faye Valentine. Let me see. I guess he's probably starting to level up. Yeah, he's actually getting some weapon levels, so I don't want to move him out of there. Debris field used to be a Zoltan cruiser. NG escort takes you for the attacker and retaliates. They refuse all hails. Alright, so they can block missiles, so I'm not going to bother with missiles. Let's hit their shields, and then I'll go for their weapons after that, depending on how actually this first ion blast lands. Or it doesn't land, but whatever. They can only... Those ion, like the style ion thing that they have, can't really do much. Wait, is that the guy shooting down lasers too? Yeah, I guess he kind of is. I wonder how effective that is. Guess it's pretty effective because he shot him down. You can't shoot lasers out of the sky. This is preposterous on a scientific scale that is blowing my mind. You can't... I guess if I had that small bomb, it'd be nice, but... I guess I'm gonna have to shoot everything all at once. Wow, I managed to miss, like, everything. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. At least if I shoot everything all at once, I can still kind of manage to get everything launched within a reasonable this is absurd. This is absurdity. Absolute absurdity. I can't believe this. I'm flabbergasted. And I can't hit for shit because... Okay, hang on. I need to hit their engines or something, because this is absurd. I guess I'm getting a lot of... what did I just ding in? Probably weapons, because I've been firing, like, stupid amounts of... Auto fire is such a pain in the ass, too. Alright, next time the Ion Blast goes out. Alright. But of course I miss everything. Oh, it's not that I missed everything, it's that I got everything out of time with each other. Alright. Next time the Ion Blast is going to fire, we shoot 1 and 2 again. Keep screwing up the click on the 1 and 2. Alright, let's try this one more time. Alright, so that's some dodge now down. Oh jeez, this is so frustrating. Okay, let's turn off auto fire again. We're all gonna fire at the same time, every weapon all at once. Alright. This is ridiculous. Oh, I'm clicking wrong. I'm right clicking. That's what the problem is. Alright, as soon as everything's ready again. What even... What is even going on? Alright, there we go. Now their engines are kind of damaged. Oh wait, I didn't mean... Why am I targeting their oxygen? That's a really weird target. I meant to target their shields. Am I taking hits? I don't even really know. Maybe I should target their drones. Alright, their drones are now down. Let's take them out. Oh no, their drones are now up. God damn it. There we go. That's done. That was a pain in the ass. 2 fuel, 1 drone part, 41 scrap, drone defense mark 2. Ugh. What a mess. That was stupid. Let's jump to this other store. I hate that. That was dumb. Mantis crew hunkered down in the abdomen, long dead space whale, and one way... A space whale? What the hell's a space whale? Felicity, so we can have a Mantis, we can have Lana the Rockman, or Human. Let's fix all. Oh, now I can't afford that. We have one too many of these. I'm never going to use that. Alright, now we have a lot. I have a Rockman already. Let's get a Mantis. Just keep tacking on to the crew. Although I could have probably better spent that on something else. Let's get a... we're going to sell that. We're going to get a teleporter. It's time to start the typical Dan Mesa strategy of boarding things. We're going to take the Rockman with us too. Even though he's slow, he's going to be a pal. He's going to help out on crazy things like that last ship that I just fought. And too bad I cannot afford any more power. So next area, next time I get some scrap, power is priority numero uno. That means number 1. I'm just kidding, you all know that. Alright, Zoltan Ship, request your identification, blah blah blah, take your silence, move in as aggression, whatever. Let's take down this shield. Alright, now that's down. We can try and take down some of their weapons after their next Ion Blast. Oops. Let's get that NG on it. Even though that'll increase my weapon charge times. He's still my best repairman for the job. Alright, cool. So that's kind of taken care of. Let's power that down. Get some med bay going. Come on. Have a fire there. Let's drain that. Alright, that missile launcher's finally down. We're still healing. Alright. The only problem with auto fire is that it requires a lot of micromanagement from me, because I have to make sure that everything is going and firing at the right time. I hate these misses. Let's power that down, power that back up. I'm going to hit their engine. Alright, there we go. That was good. One shot to hit their engine. And then, now no more dodging. Alright. I should have just teleported aboard. What was I thinking? 2 fuel, 2 missiles, 55 scrap. Get some more power with that. Let's keep jumping. Let's hit this distress beacon, and then we'll run away. 3 fuel, 1 drone part, 61 scrap. So it's a mystery what happened to them. I'm not too worried about it. Let's go down to here. Alright, local rebel automated scout. Perfect for now that we wanted to use our teleporter for the first time, but now we can't. So let's just put the power there, I guess. And wait. Here comes their missile. Let's hope for a good dodge roll. Can't get everything, can you? Let's drain that oxygen. Ion blast going there. Missile going there. We took down everything but one of the missiles. Great. Close all my doors. Oh yeah, the cloak. So that means that one missile can still fire. I guess with my next bit of scrap, I'm going to upgrade my engines. This is really obnoxious. Alright, there. No more of that. Alright, cool. No more missiles at all. Although we did take a stupid high amount of hull damage for no good reason. Drives me crazy, guys. Oh, I guess it's just weaker now, is what it is. It can't fire as fast. Alright, let's get both of these bursts up. Alright, that's done. It's 2 fuel, 1 drone part, 52 scrap. Let's get to the exit. Yeah, I could go to the other place, but the exit's going to get overrun then. Alright, long range beacon. Accept their bribe. 1 fuel, 1 missile, 27 scrap. Or try and be a hero and attack them. Let's try and be a hero and attack them. Alright, so... and I have the ions going on their shields. I'm going to try and Artemis down their weapons. Let's teleport into their engines. Try and take those out. And let's see how this all goes. Missed every shot, which is bad. Alright, so they're running away to medbay, but I feel like, okay, so that hit something that was in there. Alright, cool. We took out their missile launcher. Let's get my boys back, because they're taking some damage. Send them to medbay. Go ahead, Rockman. Why don't you take your time down there? And when he's ready, then we'll send him back, I guess. And may as well do it now. Oh no, they just recovered their medbay. Alright. 5 fuel, 5 missiles, 22 scrap. Yeah, let's take that, because I could always use missiles. Let's power that down, power up that guy. Let's just heal everybody. More dodge, faster cooldown on that, more power with the rest. And let's jump to the next sector. Mantis or Slug? Slug. Oh no, I hate fighting Slug. What am I thinking? Yeah. I'll power that down because we don't need it yet. Can't really go to the store yet. Let's stay out of the nebula first. Okay, everything's fine. No ships are detected. Let's keep jumping. Slug repair station. Care to fix up? We can easily patch up some of the damage. Sure. 1 damage has been repaired. Demand an explanation. Now for the payment. A limiter on your weapon system. Wait. I can't... Shit. Okay, now we need to get out of here. There might not be time with your weapons fully operational. Alright, so... everything comes at a cost with the, with these guys. So let's turn off this. Let's turn on these guys. And we're going to start wreaking some havoc as best we can. We're gonna wait to fire on that until after my missile fires, and then we'll go in. I don't even know why I'm bothering with the ions. I guess after that missile goes, I might start using a... Nope, that missed. Alright, if our dodge... Nope, that went through. Okay, just gotta hold strong until... Okay, so that's down. Let's teleport in, and we're gonna guard medbay with our lives. Make sure that nobody can repair it. We'll fight them off. Turn that off. I guess we can turn on this guy and try and hit their weapons. I think we're pretty safe though, and they can't heal now. So as long as these fights go as I want them to. Okay, looks like they have another guy in there to help out. Let's get these guys repaired. They're not things that can be repaired. Maybe I leave him over here, and he just takes the auto stuff. And he's pretty healed. Let's send him out here. Alright, they got that system back up, though. Are we doing damage fast enough? No, we're not. Alright, move into engines. Hit that. Go back into there. God, there's so many of them on this ship. Alright, but now we should be doing a little bit better. Let's turn that off, turn that back on. Keep trying to knock their weapons down a little bit. Let's hope that this fight starts to turn into my favor soon and quickly. Alright, that's one guy down. He's still got so much health. Maybe they cycled in somebody else. Alright, ran away from them. Let's get that back over to there. Turn that off. Turn that back on. We'll keep hammering that, actually. We'll wait until it gets repaired. Even though the Rockman's slow, he needs to get most of his HP up because he's just wasting his time. Alright, or he's wasting our time. Let's get him back over to here. Come on, guys. Fast, fast, fast. We need you to be able to go before they can get that repaired. Before I, like, destroy it. Alright. Fight this guy off. There's two of them in there. This guy should go down in a second. Pip of luck. The Pokemon. And we win. 1 fuel, 1 drone part, 69 scrap. Whew. Strip their ship. Let's get out of here. That was a pretty funny situation that we got ourselves into. Everybody's healing up. I don't need more weapon at the moment. Could probably use more engines. And more power. 60, 90, yeah. No, wait. I think I saw a store. Yeah. Let's go to this store, and then we go veer up to that store and see what we can get. Alright, FTL jammer, scrap recovery arm. Don't I have one of those? Yeah, so I'm already getting enough guys. Small bombs, burst laser Mark II. 2 power. What does that take? 2 power, right? So, I want one of those. Upgrade this weapon, even though they'll go a little slower. And let's fix all my damage. As much as I can, at least. Alright, so now I'm like way more potent. Ooh, I like this. I like this a lot. And those should be synchronized, because these should both take the same amount of time. Cool, now I fire 6 lasers at once. No point in going back that direction, although I can try and swing around that way, but I don't know that that's a good idea. Oh great, an ion storm. Plasma storm, harsh conditions, scout waiting on you. Alright, let's okay. We're gonna... Okay, they just teleported aboard. Where are they? Alright, they are in this room over here. They're trying to get the door controls. So let's move over to there. Once my burst lasers are... Oh yeah, they fire in sync. So we need to keep those... that missile launcher. I don't want it to fire, but I think it's about to fire. Unless I mess with their power enough. Nope. Okay, there it goes. Somebody's about to die. It's Felicity, but they teleported away. Let's heal up. And then, ooh, that does a lot of damage, as I expected. Get some power into med bay. Alright, some of the goods if we don't destroy the ship. 3 missiles, 1 drone part, 35 scrap. I'll take that. I could always use more missiles. Power that down, power that up so we heal a little bit faster. Let's get him in here to help repair that. Because that's like taking a lot of damage. Get these guys over to here. Faye is still healing up. Alright. Let's get him over to here. And let's go to the next sector. Boy, the Slug homeworlds are fun, aren't they? Alright. Ship without slug marking stranded all the way out here. Move into provide assistance. When you see pirate insignia, you quickly reconsider. No, let's attack. Okay. Charge that up. Get that charged up. Of course they have fucking cloaks, so we're gonna teleport in and wreak some havoc. Looks like they have a mid bay too, so let me power that down one and start powering that. Well, that weapon's not gonna power at all. Alright, yeah, there's the med bay. Alright, maybe we should hang back for a second until we can hit the med bay. I don't need this anymore, actually. I'm gonna hold. Alright, cool. That's now been damaged. Let's stop auto-firing that. Get in here. Auto-fire on their missile launcher that I totally forgot about. And that just gave us a pretty big hit. Let's repair over here since we can't charge our weapons anyway. Was that a fire? Oh god, somebody's about to die. Teleport out of there. Let's get these guys over to med bay. Oh jeez, okay. Forget about the doors. We need to take down that fucking missile launcher. Oh, it's so big. That's what she said. Alright. Put some power into there. Take some power out. Something's on fire in my ship. Or maybe it's on their ship. Alright. After I fire on their med bay, I'm going to send my guys over to do some damage. Well, let's start hitting that now. Oh, wait. Start hitting that. There we go. And then the Ion Blast can take out their med bay. Oh, great. They're cloaked. Stay strong, y'all. Because I'm not doing damage fast enough. Start running to oxygen. And I will get you out of there. Let's clear this fire out. Felicity's too fragile compared to my Rockman. Jeez. Oh wait, can't do that because medbay's on fire. Powering up their FTL. They're trying to escape. They're not going anywhere. Looks like this fire is leaked around to a lot of places. Let's oh great. They actually might escape. Thanks to their stupid cloak. I don't hear any more fires. Alright. Some of that goes if you don't destroy them. 2 missiles, 1 drone part, 38 scrap. I think I'm hitting them at the moment. I'm not going to accept. Yep. Sorry guys, don't mess with me. 2 fuel, 1 drone part, 42 scrap. That's more scrap. So I guess that's probably the right choice. Let's start fixing up some systems that broke down. Everybody will be healing in the meanwhile. But couldn't hurt to send these guys over to reap some of the benefits of that. Just Mullet is going to come and fix the doors, which we're going to close all of. We're going to get my teleporters back out of there. They're not doing much in the fighting game. I guess I'll come up here, come around this way. Why not? Well, because I might die, that's why not, but... small slug, emergence, only disappear in a matter of seconds. I don't know what that was all about. Okay, Slug Vessel obviously made a big score. It's looking to test its new armaments. They picked the wrong ship to attack. Yeah, they did. Alright, let's, hit that. Alright. I got everything aiming where I wanted to. Let's see if we can start messing with them a little bit before we teleport. Alright. Turn those off. Start firing those there. Teleport in. Alright. Let's fight them off. Hopefully this goes better than some of these other fights have gone. Alright. Powering up their FTL. Shit. guess they don't have a cloak, so it's not like they can run away, but... Alright. Get what's in their stores for their lives. Yeah, let them live. Here we go. Lots of fuel. 6 fuel. That's not... I feel like I was tricked. Which is always kind of how I feel when I deal with slugs. So, let's get these guys healed up. I guess they got some kills, so they probably leveled that up a little bit. Let's get them back over to here. Power that down a little bit, power that up. Let's move around the border. For some reason, they're slowing down anyway. Wow, we're at an hour, so let's get to the station. Oh, cloaks. Cloaks are my worst enemy. Alright, as soon as this is done, at least I don't have any missile weapons, so I'm not as worried about it. I'm going to take down that cloak, because it's going to annoy me, and I know it. I know it's going to annoy me, so... Did I really take damage just now? Shameful. Alright, so... I'd like to get to a store, actually, at some point soon. They're dead. That was easy. 62 scrap, investigate the station, pick clean. Let's keep moving. Alright, Slug Ship. A rogue approaches, sees your Federation, sneaks back and fires everything he has. Of course, with the cloaks, he's got a medbay, unfortunately, so we're going to have to fire on that. I need to start upgrading the shields in my ship. Oh, they have one of those big missile launchers. I need to make sure that that stays down completely. So let's see what we can do here. Bomb teleporters. Jesus. Alright, let's have a fire in my oxygen. I can't vent that because of positioning. So let's go put that out. Yeah, those big missiles are still launching. Oh great, the cloaks. The fire is out of control. Let's get life support back on board. Did not do enough damage to keep their shields offline. Alright, will you accept what's in their stores? No, we will not surrender. No life signs, strip it all materials, 3 fuel, 1 missile, 74 scrap. That's why I didn't do that. Alright, let's get my boys off the ship before something bad happens to it, and heal up. Oh god, that was real bad. Let's drain this middle section of oxygen. Hang on over here, get you back over to here. Probably power that down a touch, power that up. I guess it kind of sounded like a barbecue, but I didn't know what that was. Lucky me, I did not lose Felicity. Let's close all my doors. I don't hear any more barbecuing. Let's get everything open back up. Move on over here. Alright. Let's upgrade my dodge. Upgrade my reactor all the way. No. Yes. Okay. I need some to repair, though. So I'm going to hold off there. My fan, real slow on the recovery there. Let's hurry that up a bit, but let's jump toward the exit. We can hit some of these other systems that are by the exit. Exit, FTL charged, we can go. Let's see what else is going on here. Slugs, sabotage your oxygen, and then charge fire weapons. They're going to suffocate me. And this one is not... This is not one that I should probably risk because they have like so much stuff going for them. So let's just try and do some serious damage and get the hell out of here as fast as we can. As soon as we can. Alright, so we took out a lot of their weapons, but not enough of them. And I try and hit their cloak with my missiles. keep that from happening again. Alright, so now all their weapons are down, but we're still draining oxygen. So we still need to... knock down their engines. I'm going to try and take down their shields now. Because... Alright, cool. So now this should be child's play. Of course, they got a bomb off, but it missed, thankfully. They're dead. My oxygen production should come back online now. 1 fuel, 1 drone part, 53 scrap. We have air again. Everybody has full HP still. Oxygen's going up, so let's get some more power to my dodgems. And we can mess around a little bit some more. Alright, 2 fuel for a drone part, no. Yeah, let's come back up now. Okay, Slug with his back to the wall, disables your door, charges fire weapons. Everything with these guys, god damn. Alright, missiles on that on that, those on those. We're gonna teleport in and mess with their day. My oxygen's still going up, slower than I would like, but that's how it goes sometimes. Have some bad misses there. Their med bay's down though, so let's stop shooting at that. Maybe send one at... Nope. Is there a fire in there? Maybe we don't want to hang out in there. Oh, but they have blast doors. That's funny. So I might be in trouble. Okay, good. We got out of there. Let's keep this up though. Let's, yeah, if we can take down their shields. I just got hit by something. I guess, well, they did have a missile. Alright, oh, I didn't mean to send them over to here. Let's leave them in here, because we gotta teleport out. Alright, let's, Alright, keep that down. Let's get these guys healed up a little bit. Yeah, I think the ship's about to go down. I should just shoot it down. 2 fuel, 2 missiles, 51 scrap. Guess everyone's all healed up. Let's get these guys back over to here. Power that down, power that back up. Get that last level. Get that last reactor bit. Alright, cool. Let's close all my doors. Let's get to the exit and get out of here. To the last sector. I was like, should I stop? No, I shouldn't. That would be mean to do to you. All right, let's keep it going. Explain the weakness. Rebel flagship. We got some fuel. We got some repairs. Okay, so let's take some more repairs before we go anywhere. All right, we're fully repaired. 5 fuel, 4 missiles, 5 drone parts. Excellent. The flagship's all the way up there. Let's start making our way. We have 39 fuel. I love it. I love having a ton of fuel. Rebels have expanded here. Well, it's the shortest route. Okay, Rebel fleet, engage. Flee before the cruisers open fire. Oh, that's right. This was not a good idea. Let's hit their weapons hard. Alright, they just teleported some guys aboard my ship into my med bay. Let's get into there. And we should be able to deal some good damage to them because my med bay will be powered up and they won't be able to hit me. Alright, they just launched a missile at me, but we dodged. I think we just did good damage to them. Let's hit their med bay and then we can teleport over to their ship and mess up their day. Alright, as soon as both of my guys are there, let's keep that up. Let's turn that off. Let's pound those weapons one last time. Oh, it looks like their med bay is actually okay. May as well shoot a missile. Try and keep their missile launchers down. Alright, we took one of them down. and stop missing burst lasers. Alright, cool. We took both of their missile launchers down. Just stop shooting missiles because I'm running low. Looks like I breached in there. Let's teleport in. Let's see if we can't cause some trouble. Because they shouldn't have the ability to get that medbay back up. Unfortunately, I'm not hitting the guys who are weak. I'm gonna be in trouble in a second. Let's teleport out of here. Yeah, I guess I never leveled these guys up enough for this to be a viable strat. So let's just hit them and hit them hard. Cool. Keep all those missile weapons down. Power that down. Power that up. Let's just finish this off normal style. No point in getting fancy. Once everybody's healed up, we'll send them back to the teleport room because they're gonna have to. They're gonna be responsible for knocking out the flagship's like main weapons. There's a store there. What do I care if there's a store? I only have 20 scrap. All right, let's keep moving. All right, so these guys look like they're gonna be a real pain in the butt. Let's turn that off. Hit that. Hit that. Hit that. Oh, they have one of these guys. I hope it's not the level that shoots down bullets like some sort of... Yes, it is the kind that shoots down bullets. Motherfucker. I think I'm just gonna run. I don't think there's a point to fighting these guys. Let's hit that flagship. Okay, here we are, Rebel flagship. Oh, I forgot they cloak first. It's fine. It's fine. I have no one on my shields. Maybe I should send my Rockman there when he's not busy fighting. Alright, which ones are the missiles? I think they're this one. That looks kind of missile-y. So we'll teleport into there and try and knock this system out. Let's take out this system if we can. Actually, take out their cloak system. Yeah, I am in their missiles, so let's just take that out. Hold on to my missiles for a little bit. Alright, cool. David taught me a little secret. He said to leave their beam weapon alive, so that's what I'm gonna do. So many missiles getting launched, but good dodges. Alright, so that fight is done there. Let's put some of that power into here so that we can heal up a little bit, although I don't think anybody but my Rockman took much damage. I'm going to hit their ions next, because those are a pain in the butt. Alright, here we go. Let's hit that. Drone control was a really weird choice for me. Sorry, guys. I don't know why I made it. Let's get those shields back up. I shouldn't really be hanging out on this ship too much because of how much I'm pounding it, but... Alright, let's get my boys off of the ship real quick because it's taking some real damage. Let's send them to med bay. Put some power into that. But I think it's about to go down because they can't dodge. Alright, so that knocked that half off one fuel missile, 21 scrap. Excellent work, y'all. Let's finish the fight Halo style. Let's get that power out of there, that power back into there. Let's get some more energy for my oxygen so that it has another life bar. And we're good to move on to the... I guess it's coming over here? Let's see what we got here. Alright, there he is. Alright, heavily damaged. Still a pain in the ass. It looks like that system might be up again, so I'm going to go take it out again. It's very important to take out drones. And Oh god, the boarding drones. I hate these motherfuckers. Yeah, if I can knock out drones fast enough, then I don't even have to worry about it, because it'll disable. Yeah, I think he just disabled. Alright, so that drone control actually come back up. So maybe I shouldn't just take all my boys out of there. Let's get these guys back on the ship. They didn't take any damage because they didn't fight anybody. Alright, power surge. That means a bunch of drones are going to start hitting. If I can... Oh yeah, they can shoot down my missiles. I should not bother with that. I think I took a couple hits there. I'm going to leave him there because whatever. Alright. Let's teleport my guys in to take out this weapon. Let's keep attacking their drone control in case they start trying to send guys to hit me again. Alright, power surge. Here it comes again. Whole bunch of guys wrecking my day. But they don't do enough damage, thankfully. I'm about to take out this weapon. Alright, cool. That's out. Let's get these guys out of there. I don't see their defense guy, but that doesn't mean that he's not working. Yeah, there he is. Okay, so I could teleport in and start trying to hit their normal systems, but I don't know that that'd be useful. So I'm going to send these guys over to here. Power that down, power that up. Oops. Let's send the Rockman in to take out that fire, because he's immune to fire damage. Let's try and take down those engines. Okay, so that came back up. Alright, their dodge should be down now. Life support's back up. Medbay's back up. Let's get shields fixed. Still doing damage, slowly but surely. Yeah, they're about to go down in one more hit. He shouldn't even bother with that. He's so bad at it. Come on. Alright, cool. They're done. Let's get those shields fixed. 1 missile, 1 drone part, 21 scrap. Okay, let's have these guys fight off this guy. Let's see if this helps any with the... or if it just jettisons out my oxygen. Looks like they're holding pretty steady with the HP. It's probably because of the medbay guys, though, not for any other reason. So they're fixing this up, and that's fixed up. Get them back to where they're supposed to be. Everybody's manning their proper stations. 150, 150, 100, 100, 100. All's right in his world, or God's in his whatever, and all's right in the world. God's in his throne and all's right. I don't know. It's Evangelion. Alright, Space Cowboys. Let's heal all. We don't need... Well, we may as well just spend the rest on missiles. And let's try and rendezvous with this bastard. Alright, let's drain that. Put that in there. Whoops, we want something in there. Put something in there. Put something in there. Okay, let's... Rebel flagship. Says he's here, but he might be in the next system. Yeah, he is. Alright, let's hit him up. Alright, you're not certain how to keep fighting the amount of damage this sustained. Look at it. It's transferred power to the teleporter as well. It's kind of super weapon. Be prepared. This is it. Continue. Okay. Need to fire everything to take out this Zoltan shield ASAP. Let's fight these guys off. And I want to take out their missile launcher as soon as I can. So that'll be my next... Ooh, God, look at all those missiles coming at me. I need to... Shit. And of course they managed to hit the teleporter, which just screws up my day. Alright, so that's their big super weapon. It just did a bunch of damage to me. My shield systems are having trouble. Let's get those fixed. So that guy's dead. Let's get these guys over to here to heal. He's going to fix my shields. All right, those are back up. Let's get them over to here. Let's have all my systems try and fuck up the missiles' day. All right, they might be down. Or maybe they're just pink. Now they're definitely down. Everything's fixed in there. Let's get out of there. Open the doors. Actually, we can close them. Let's get these guys over to here because they're gonna go over there. And well, there's nothing to do over there actually. They're just gonna hang out over here, I guess, while I finish off the game. No missiles. Huh. I used all my missiles. I'm not too worried about it. I think we might have won with this next volley. Let's see how it goes. Ooh. Rebel flagship defeated. It's the Kestrel. The Kestrel power. Thanks to the valiant effort of Bebop and her successor crew, Spike, Faye, Mullet, Mafan, and Felicity, the Rebel flagship was destroyed, throwing their fleet into chaos and ensuring a Federation victory. The only death. Wait, did we lose anybody at all? I don't think we did. So, congratulations, you defeated the Rebel flagship and ensured the victory of the Federation over the Rebels. Score 4-2-8-2, new high score. Let's look at the stats. The Bebop is my first Kestrel win. It's my second highest score. The Mother, man, that ship should have won. But I explored the most beacons. I survived the most jumps. Spike did. Didn't get any new achievements. It is a ship best score, the Bebop. See you later. I love the Bebop. I love Cowboy Bebop. All right, let's go to that main menu. This has been Dan Plays FTL. I'm FTL. This is Dan. See you next time, Space Cowboys.